from you this morning, and I tell you what, it's everything on pause now with the cricket, but we'll keep you updated and entertained until the cricket resumes in New Zealand, and hopefully it will do this morning. But I suppose if it doesn't and the rain doesn't stop, we'll have to wait until it does, and then of course see what the consequences there are after. Well, today on the show we're focusing in on everything that has to do with social work here in South Africa. The Minister of the Department of Social Development felt that an Indaba was necessary to address some of the concerns of social workers here in South Africa. And that's exactly how this came about. It's the first time ever that a Indaba of this kind has been introduced into the calendar of South Africa. And hopefully when we speak to the Minister, we'll find out whether or not this is going to be something that will be happening on a regular basis. We'll be joined by her a little bit later on in the program. The theme for this particular conference is Revitalizing Social Work Practice in South Africa. Basically, it gives social workers an opportunity to speak out about the daily challenges they face relating to their work conditions. Well, it's one thing me introducing what the conference is all about and talking about some of the discussions that'll be held, but to speak to a social worker who actually is there on the ground doing this job is a completely different scenario, and that's exactly what we're going to do to find out what it is like for them on a daily basis. And the social worker I'm joined by this morning, her name is Hloniphile Radebe, and it is an absolute pleasure having you here on Morning Live. Welcome to the program.
Pleasure meeting you too, Leah.
All right. Now, let's start at the beginning. What made you want to become a social worker?
Okay. For starters, I am Hloniphile Radebe, working at Maphumulo Service Office, but based in Bamshela, which is a rural area. What inspired me, or what transpired me becoming a social worker, was the social ills being raised on a family or being born on a family that was from very grassroots level, had nothing to start from. So I also saw the neighbors and all the other stuff, people suffering. Then I thought, wow, how about I become a social worker so to make a difference in my nation one day.
All right, so it's what you grew up looking at, it's what you saw around you and felt that led you to want to make a difference and become, I suppose, make your community a better place. But this doesn't come without challenges. Now, being a social worker, what are those challenges that you face on a daily basis?
Okay. There are challenges, but the job is actually enjoyable. It goes with the heart. You have to have love for being, in order to become a social worker, you have to have love for the people. You have to know exactly what is it that makes you want to become a social worker. It is a stream that includes most of the things. But yes, there are challenges, but the department is also doing some means to overcome or to meet us somehow halfway in making the better for our nation. But the challenges I will be based on are those encountered mostly at the rural areas. The mindset, firstly, it will be the mindset of the people we're working with at the rural areas. They regard you as, if you're a female, in most rural areas, if you're a female and you're young, they tend not to understand on how to, if they will be able to get assistance from you. They tend to undermine you in a way that maybe since you're not married and all and you're a child, you won't be able to exactly assist them. That's number one. And number two, the office space, it's very limited. And number three, the transports we're using, if maybe we can get the cars that are user-friendly to the type of the area we're working at, that would be very great. Yeah.
Give us an understanding of some of the cases that you work with. Obviously, there's a confidentiality agreement that you have with your cases. But to give us an idea, what do you deal with? What as a social worker do you go out and help and support fellow South Africans?
Okay. Firstly, we deal with individuals, with the groups and with the community in rendering services. We give support, we give counseling, we support our clients or our service beneficiaries in many different ways, depending on how is the client needs that help.
Yeah. In terms of, just give us a practical example. Would it be domestic abuse? Would it be child abuse? Just in terms of that, what are we looking at?
Okay. We normally get cases of child abuse, sexual abuse, domestic violence. Of course, we do get lots of those. We also help like emotionally, because you get whereby both parents are deceased. We issue foster care. We issue SRD, of each other food vouchers. Yes, that's about it.
What about the support for you? Because I can imagine seeing what you see on a daily basis is not easy. If you have to go into a situation where a child is being sexually abused, a woman is being physically abused, those are just some examples. How do you deal with it? Who helps you?
We have supervisors. We have case conferences where we lay our concerns to our supervisors, and they are able to give guidelines to us.
So you do have that in place. Is that not something perhaps you would like to bring up at the Indaba that perhaps you need more of, or do you feel that there is adequate support for you?
Though the support isn't adequate, but there is support, of which somehow improvement is required. Yes.
All right, so that's something important that perhaps is needed, is more assistance for you. What about skills? Do you find that there are skills and training that you are offered to improve your work and help you in the sector?
Oh, yes, though it is also limited. But there are trainings that is offered by the department. We attend like human resource management, project management trainings, and also we attend the parenting skills. It's quite a few.
Right. Yes. Just finally, on a closing note, an Indaba like this and a platform like this, what is it that you're going to ask the Minister to assist you with?
That's it. You want to get me fired?
Not at all. But I think, the reality is that the Minister called this. The Minister has noted that there are issues that need to be dealt with, and there is assistance that is needed for social workers. And it's a platform for you to stand up and say, Minister, this is what we need to make our jobs better. Now, what is it that you need to make your job better and easier?
Thank you, Leanne. To the Minister, I would like to say we are there as social workers, committed and dedicated to do our job. But yes, there are underlying factors like the working environment, office space, the employment of more social workers. So we are able to execute our job effectively and efficiently to the public. Also, if the cars can be improved. As well. Also, if we can get a rural allowance, mostly for the social workers working in rural areas, because honestly, there are challenges whereby, maybe if I may make an example, whereby you have to leave the car on the other side of the road and cross the river to the other side. I understand that cannot be an easy or a quick project to do, but if that can be considered as well, we will be very much grateful.
Well, we appreciate you coming here, talking to us, and more importantly for the work that you're doing to help your fellow South Africans. Thank you so much. Hloniphile Radebe is a social worker working in the rural areas, and we really do hope that this is a great success for you to be here at this Indaba.
Thank you very much, Leanne.
Good.
Thank you very much, Leanne, for having me. Sharp. Hey, tada.
What a pleasure. Thank you very, very much. All right. Well, there you go. Social workers under the spotlight here in Durban. And you can see these are some of the issues that they go through on a daily basis. That's why the Minister has called this, and hopefully things will improve for them.